I'm working late, cause I'm a gamer. After hours! Noisy Pixel! What's up, nerds, and welcome back to PAX West 2024. We're here day 2. Noisy Pixel is just as energized, just as excited, little hungover, but still happy. And that's all that matters in the world of gaming. I hope you enjoyed day 1, and I'm sure you'll enjoy day 2. So let's see what it has in store. What's up, nerds, and welcome back to PAX West 2024. Noisy Pixel is here with NIS America, talking with...
And I'm from NIS America, the PR and marketing team. It's lovely to be here.
You guys have a large presence here at the show today. Can you give us a rundown of some of the titles that you're excited about?
Yeah, sure. So we've got 4 titles on display here at PAX West this year. We've got just behind me Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero. This is the first title in the Phantom Brave series in 20 years. Actually, today we're here recording on the 20th anniversary of the original game, so that's very exciting.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. Then we also have directly behind me on the other side the world first English demo for Trails Through Daybreak 2. We just announced this back in July, so a little over a month ago, so we're very excited to have it here on the Showfloor. And then we have East 10 Nordics, the latest East game, coming out at the end of October. We have a demo for that as well. And finally, we're finishing off with Reynatis. This is a dark action RPG coming out at the end of September. So we're very excited about all of these RPGs. So if you like RPGs, this is the place to be.
I know it's like choosing a child, but out of these 4, which is your favorite?
Oh, you know, I really have a soft spot for Reynatis in particular. This is an all-new IP. It's got an all-star cast behind the team. We've got Yoko Shimomura music, so I'm a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, so I love her music. We also have Kazushige Nojima writing the scenario. He's worked on games like Final Fantasy VII, so amazing atmosphere in this game. And also, I feel like there aren't that many dark fantasy games these days, so I really recommend that title.
Yeah, leave it to Furyu to bring together a baller group of developers and just create an action game.
That's right, yeah.
Let's talk about Daybreak 2. It's the first English showing. How has that been for you to watch it? How's the players been? What's been the energy like?
Yeah, sure. We've gotten so many folks that have been heading straight for the station and saying, I want to see Daybreak 2. Really excited to see the fan base. And people saying, you know, hey, I just finished Daybreak 1. I can't believe you just announced this title, and that's coming out early 2025. We've been working like so hard to narrow that gap between the Japanese releases and our English releases. So we're really excited that we could just hit the ground running, announce the game, and then we've got it on the show floor here. If you stop by, we've got a fishing challenge, which actually we've got, you can hear someone announcing behind me. He's running some of our challenges right now. So you can play the new fishing. You can also go in and actually play the first dungeon in the game. So we worked really hard to get this demo out super fast.
No, yeah, it's amazing to see. Is that something that NIS America is striving for in future announcements and third-party publishing, like to narrow the gap between the Japanese release and the Western release?
Yeah, that's right. We've been particularly cognizant of this with our Falcom titles. Historically, you know, games like Daybreak, any titles in the Trail series are super long, you know, tons of characters, and it's been taking years to localize them, but we've worked on really narrowing the focus of our localization team, also expanding the team so that we have the resources available to get those done quickly. So we're narrowing the gap both on the Trail series and in the East series, and then other new titles like Reynatis as well. So I think you'll see not only has the timeline condensed, but we're still trying to maintain that high quality, and we've been really pleased to see that people have been really happy with the Trails to Daybreak localization.
As we head on to the end of 2024, what can we expect from NIS America? What's coming up? And if you can give us a tease of how 2025 is looking right now.
Okay, sure. Well, as you know, I mentioned that Trails to Daybreak 2 is scheduled for early 2025. As I've been saying, we're really trying to narrow that gap. So you may want to stay tuned for more announcements of those Falcom titles. Can't say anything yet. Our next big announcement, we've got some Phantom Brave news coming up at TGS at the end of this month, so we're really excited for that. And we've got a really packed lineup for the rest of this year. We've got Reynatis coming out, we got East 10 coming out, and you know, just the beginning of 2025 is going to be really exciting.
Well, we're definitely excited, and I know our readers and viewers hella are, because we're all Phantom Brave fans, right? We all are. Sometimes I think people say they're all Phantom Brave fans ironically, but
You really
we are. We really are. We really are. They're not just saying it. Everyone who says they've played Phantom Brave has played Phantom Brave. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for watching. Are we hugging now? Are we kissing?
Totally natural.
We're just random friends. I just never met this guy.
Somebody help me.
What's up, nerds? We're back, PAX West 2024, here with the Dratzy Games, looking at their wonderful love letter to JRPGs, Alterium Shift. And here with me today is...
I go by Matzi online, but my first name is Jeff.
And tell us a little bit about this game and kind of what was the inspiration behind it and where we are today.
The inspiration, of course, is the classics like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI and Secret of Mana, that whole era of games. My partner also has some inspiration from PlayStation games like Breath of Fire era game.
We've seen the Pixel HD 2D. What is something unique you guys bring to this overly nostalgic kind of graphical style?
Well, we've looked at a lot of the games out there, and the one thing that we see is you can tell that it's a 3D game, right? Most of them have camera angles that's like, yeah, it's 3D objects with pixels on top. Our game, at first blush, you're not quite sure. And we like that idea that it is like 2D with depth. It's a 2.5D angle that's closer to the SNES feel, but there's more to it. And that's actually a theme that we take throughout the game. There's more things you can interact with. It's not just a flat feeling, there's depth to it, there's people you can interact with, there's things that change based on actions you take. So that's how we think it's kind of different. You know, it's not high quality like Sea of Stars, which is amazing pixel graphics, but it's more like, hey, this feels like an SNES game, but there's more to it behind the scene.
What's something personal that you brought to this game, or that you want to point out to this game that you think more players should see, or something that stands out to you personally that is like, this is my favorite feature of this game?
Well, there's 3 different characters and they all have their own paths. And I think a lot of people miss that. They think, oh, it's the same character, same story, but different, look. Every character has their own personality. And there's a lot of things people don't do, I wish they would. Like, go talk to the wardrobe on the 3rd floor a bunch of times. There's little tricks and things like little jokes I like to add, and I love it when people experience that and they realize, oh, there's more to this than just a boring response. I talked to it 3 times and now there's a weird, funny response. That's my favorite thing about it, when I watch someone experience that.
And bringing the game to PAX and seeing people play it, how is that as a developer, and kind of seeing your game kind of maybe break, maybe feedback? How do you take that in?
Well, we did a warm-up. We went to 2DCon before this, and they broke it a lot. So it's stressful, but we've been doing this, for 3 years, so we've had the experience. We can fix things pretty quickly. The bugs aren't quite as bad. So it's okay. People are pretty reasonable about it, but, we fill the booth. Every year we've gotten a bigger booth and more screens, and people come and play. And that's, to me, really significant. People come back and bring their friends and say, play our game, and to me that's a good sign what we're doing is resonating with people.
So what's the future? What can we expect to see? When can we hear new trailer, more news, release date?
Well, I told you before this that we are no longer with our previous publisher. So depending on what happens next, if we find a publisher, we might have some accelerated timelines. Otherwise, what we're looking at is by end of year, a 75% content drop. So we'll have 75% of the story for people to play on early access. And then 2025 is our current goal for our launch year now. We kind of keep pushing it back, but we got a lot of work to do.
Well, whatever happens, we're definitely going to be covering it at Noisy Pixel, and I know our readers eat it up every time we cover it. So thank you for showing us what games we need to cover, and also just letting us experience this. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What's up, nerds? We're back at PAX, and we're here with an event goer, back with PAX Attendees. What What are the gamers enjoying? What are the nerds thriving off of right now? Now, please, we have a wonderful, a triple threat, a wonderful cacophony. We found today 2 wonderful Pikmin. I say wonderful with an asterisk because I just met them. So hold on to that and we'll decide if that's true. What's your PAX experience been like?
It's been amazing. Everyone turned out for it, and there's so many things to check out. Went to the Capcom booth, tried out Terry for the first time. There's just so much to see. All this free swag, and everyone's super friendly. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Cliff. People call me Battle Athlete online.
Nice.
Well, I actually haven't been playing anything today. I've just been going around and looking at everything.
The lines.
Yeah, the lines. This is my first PAX West, so I've just been enjoying like seeing what's here and what it's like. I'm definitely coming back because this is really fun.
Beautiful. A Monet, as they say.
It was our first PAX. We've gone to other cons, but this is the first time we've gone to like any gaming event.
And when I got here, I was like,
And then
oh
I just
my
tagged
gosh.
along. And then she invited me.
When you're playing as Terry, you're playing next to other Terry lovers too. It's like you guys are all here. It's solidarity.
Right.
Yeah,
Like we were both doing his special move, like Buster Wolf, and we both said it at the same time.
Kind of, I don't know, Venn diagram. We're kind of in there somewhere. We're a community. Tell us about your PAX West experience.
It's pretty cool. There's a beer garden, and that thing fucking rocks.
It's been really great so far. Had a lot of fun.
I love hanging out with my friends.
Why Pikmin?
Isn't Seattle like Nintendo's capital?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got that right. Check.
We have to represent.
I love comical costumes. I love dressing up.
What a damn king.
He was like, "Are you okay?" And it's like, Buster Wolf. It's like we finished each other's sandwiches. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, true love does exist at PAX and it does blossom.
It makes me really happy to see people expressing their interests as someone who has many interests and is very passionate about them. Heard Capcom was coming and I was super excited. I absolutely adore Resident Evil. I mean, I could have been Jill, but I wanted to step it up a little.
You're right.
And be Maya, Ace Attorney.
I didn't even have to pay them to do this. Let me know what you guys played over here that stood out to you.
We both got entirely cooked in Tekken 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, the Tekken was really bad. I'm looking forward to Among Us.
I watched the Tekken and it was really fun.
Right now, what are you playing?
Pikmin.
I'm playing a lot of Valorant, I'm not gonna lie.
Is there any games here that kind of stood out to you?
Oh my gosh, what was it called? Shoot, the one we got the beanie from?
Snacko.
Snacko.
Yeah.
The speed run. It was insane.
I got on their speedrun leaderboards, got a free beanie.
Please let us know, what are you most looking forward to in PAX? What's your PAX streams going on right now?
Oh, definitely that recent Capcom collection that got announced. I'm a huge Power Stone fan. Monster Hunter Wilds is like a big thing for me. I think that's namely it. The fighting game stuff, I'm obviously like a big...
A new Ace Attorney is on the way. Are you as excited as all the other Ace Attorney heads out there?
Oh, of course, of course. I played the demo, super fun, very excited.
Tell us about cosplay a little bit. Is it a hobby?
I've been doing it for about 3 years. It's just so fun. I have made so many friends in the community.
Did you guys get to play as Terry over there at the Capcom booth? I know they had some Terry gameplay.
Unfortunately not. They perfected it with Street Fighter 2, and they just, they've been fucking just floating down the stream.
You get to see all of these like big studios, but also like solo studios. Like everybody here loves video games. You get to just like play with all like different kinds of people. I think that's just like the beauty of it.
What's your genre of choice?
Honestly, I grew up as like a FPS head, but one thing I realized, there are like a ton of roguelites here, and like I realized like I'm a sucker for them.
Getting to get out and see that there's actually a ton of people that are into the same things as you, people that can kind of connect you with your same kind of hobbies, and everybody's just as excited as you are. And it's nice to get out of the house and realize you're not really like, you know, that different than most people.
When we're in our rooms or we're doing work, we kind of forget that there are people out there that feel the same way as us, and it's nice to just see them and be like, oh, I'm as excited as you are. What's next for you? Are we doing PAX again next year? What's the plans, guys?
Definitely, for sure.
I love like the con atmosphere. When you're here, you can kind of just have the interest and everyone else is nerding out about the same things as you are, so you don't really have to worry about standing out, if that makes sense. So I like the atmosphere.
I go to pretty much any con I can. I'll bring these guys along with me if they want to come again.
Thank you so much for sharing your PAX West experience. Is there anything that maybe you guys want to plug or in your socials? Yeah.
You want us in?
Maybe after.
I'm Chris Reese 3 on Instagram.
Follow us. We've got an upcoming game in the works. It's Skate Made. This is Semicolon 2. First one was a Flash game, and now we're trying to make something better.
Rest in peace, Flash.
Yup. I'm really into like the puzzles of the slice of life, like very relaxing and steady. So when we were checking out all the indie games, I was like, this is my jam. This is where I'm meant to be now.
Cutely,
Living
like
cozy
slowly
life,
putting together
Exactly.
puzzles.
I stopped playing Call of Duty because I stopped wanting to be angry when I was playing. But you know what? I realized that I was only angry because I wasn't good enough to be happy. Don't be like me. And thank you so much.
I might be like you, but good to know.
And thank you so much for sharing time. And nice to meet you. Capcom, what's up? Your fans are here. They're walking around. They're hungry for fighting games and all those titles that you bring to the table. So let us know your socials. Where can the audience find you?
Twitter, X, battle_athlete, Twitch. I've been streaming for 10 years. I've been doing that for a long time. I'm Battle Athlete on there as well. I think it's like one word.
Thanks for sharing your experience, and we'll see you around.
Thanks.
We all have friends like that. We'll find more friends here at PAX West, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I literally. Hello and welcome back to PAX West 2024 coverage on Noisy Pixel. I'm here for a special interview with director and producer? Narrative director, better than producer, way better, of Life is Strange Double Exposure. Our readers, our viewers, it was recently revealed, but please share with us where Max is in her journey and how this all came to be.
Oh, you go for it.
Sure. Yeah. This is many years later after the first Life is Strange game where Max was the original protagonist. And she has achieved her dream of becoming a famous photographer. She's an artist in residence at a university in Vermont. She seems to be hiding something about her past. Her new friends really want to know what's up with that. The story begins when she finds her new friend Safi dead, murdered. Max has not used the supernatural rewind ability that she had in the first game for years, but because of this event, she's willing to try again. And when she does, she finds a parallel timeline in which Safi is alive and potentially still in danger from the same killer.
All right. Maintenance tech is on his way to unlock your office, Mr. Murphy. Then I'll just have a look around inside.
When this game was being pitched for development, why did the narrative team decide now is the time, the next Life is Strange game needs to be led by Max? Why is Max the main protagonist for this title?
Yeah, we've been exploring Max for quite some time. We wrote about Chloe in Before the Storm, and then we wrote about the after effects of Acadia Bay through Staff in Wavelengths. So we sort of danced around this, but Max has been part of our conversation like since the beginning. And for us, we always felt that after that final choice of the original game, there's a lot that happens after. There's a ton for Max to unpack and to process. And I think that we have a lot to say about her and about choice in general and about the difference in when you are an 18-year-old versus when you're an adult. So when we had the opportunity to have Max again, we were very, very excited.
How has her personality just evolved over these years? Her personality was already strong in the original, but I can only imagine where she is now. And not only that, but her powers have changed as well.
Well, I mean, in that we're catching up with her many years later, so she's got a little more experience under her belt, a little more life lived, and so she's a little less a wallflower. She's still very much makes the dad jokes, personifies inanimate objects the way she did in the first game. A lot of that comes down to the fact we were lucky enough to get Hannah Tell back as Max, and she inherently brings a lot of Max to the role, no matter almost how we would write her or direct her. She just inherently brings so much Max-ness to her performance. It feels like a natural evolution of Max. Hannah's grown with Max, along with, the time has passed since the first game, and so that allowed us to really bring, it feels like a natural evolution of the character from the first game, just due to time and circumstance and people living their lives.
Was it fun to play around with Max with these new powers? With her personality already strong, was it fun to just explore these new powers and utilize them in puzzle solving and narrative creating?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the idea that Max has already lived this experience with a certain supernatural ability, gains a new ability, and then has the context of that first game to comment on current events makes her frustrated, sarcastic, appreciative of what her new ability allows her to do. It's an entirely new avenue to explore in terms of her relationship with the supernatural, since we can leverage the fact that she lived that first game prior to the new one.
It's also a new group of people that she's with. So she's been not able to talk about what happened to her for years, and now she's got people around her that are also older and maybe able to help her process. She's able to talk about having her powers with somebody that isn't Chloe or Warren for the first time.
And on that, you guys had to keep this a secret for a pretty long time too. And after the reveal and bringing it to PAX West, what is it like for you guys to kind of show and get to talk about this upcoming experience?
I mean, no joke, when we had the Summer Games Fest reveal, like, we didn't have a big event. We even kept it kind of secret from the studio itself when it was getting announced, just so that everything stayed absolutely under wraps. But we're watching the live stream there, and it's just me and my wife and my kid, and I'm tearing up that finally, after all these years, folks get to see that we're bringing Max back, that folks are excited that it's Deck 9. It was just overwhelming and completely transformative in terms of, we spend 3+ years making the thing. Now suddenly folks know what it is, and we were doing it all in secret before, and now folks are, excited, overjoyed. There's fan art, there's cosplay. It's insane, and folks haven't even played the game yet. They're just so excited. Honestly, so I'm gonna start stumbling because I don't know really how to describe it.
But there's still so much more that I'm just like, oh, I cannot wait until everyone's played the whole thing, because I'm really excited for this. Yeah.
And when can they get their hands on this? When can we get new news? What's coming up?
I think you can look forward to a steady stream of news between now and its release October 29th, when the full game is available. That said, if you get, I think, the Ultimate Edition, October 15th, you get early access to chapters 1 and 2 and can play those ahead of time. And then 2 weeks later, get the other 3 chapters, play the whole thing at once.
Well, I know we'll be looking out for your reactions over this interview and for getting an early access. You got to get that early access. Got to play early. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us, and thank you for watching.
Wanted to achieve. Can you therefore understand a fellow when he says that he doesn't want to end with any regrets at all?
Nerds, Noisy Pixel is back at PAX West 2024, and today we're here with one of my favorite publishers out of Japan. We have Phoenix Games.
Thank you very much. I'm Phoenix from Yudenozaki. Yeah.
What's one of your favorite games that Phoenix is publishing right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Many.
I feel like you liked the Tofu game.
Tofu?
Yeah, the Tofu.
Yeah. I wanted to introduce the Tofu game. Tofu is Japanese traditional food, and Tofu game is you can be the tofu.
Those Kaizo games, those really hard, like Kaizo games. It's like Nintendo Mario, but it's really hard.
Yes?
Yeah.
But very easy, yeah. Simple, very simple.
This one's simple?
Yeah, very simple.
I saw a lot of people dying over there. I saw a lot of fails. So I guess I'll have to play and find out for myself.
Yeah.
Language barrier or not, we're very excited about the games that Phoenix Games is bringing west. They're very nostalgic, they're very charming, and we can't wait to share more with you. And if you're at PAX, any PAX, play some Phoenix Games already. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's going on, nerds? Mark here once again, giving you a little intermission, showing you some B-roll, but most importantly, thanking you guys for making it this far to the PAX video. Thank you for clicking on the video, and thank you for being a member of the Noisy Pixel community. Please subscribe, follow our Patreon, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And coming up next is a little bit more PAX content from day 2.
Oh, you saw me?
Yeah, you went for that comfort motion.
Yeah, so... Is it? Am I... What's up, nerds? Welcome back to PAX West 2024. We're here with Digital Eclipse. And no, this isn't the 90s, it's still 2024. We're looking at a new game, Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. And I'm here with
Dan. Hi, I'm the content editor at Digital Eclipse.
Please let us know a little bit about this game and like what it means to bring it in and present it to people here at PAX.
Well, this is our public debut, so it's pretty amazing that we get a chance to do it here. We've been waiting to find out what people would think. But our creative goal was, what if the Power Rangers had an arcade game in the 90s, and how would you remember it playing? Like, amazingly, all these great 90s properties had arcade games, but not the Power Rangers. So we are filling that void in our own hearts to finally make that game. We've been working on this for maybe 18 months, 2 years, so it's a pretty big deal to be able to show it at PAX for the first time.
What has the community feedback been? They got their hands on their game, they played it. What's the reaction been like? What's the energy?
It's overwhelmingly positive. I mean, obviously Power Rangers fans have been dreaming about a game like this for all their entire lives. Everybody has told us, like, oh, why didn't this ever happen? So to see people pick it up, play, figure out the controls very quickly, because it is a 90s arcade game. It's maybe 70% brawler gameplay, plus some racing, plus some driving, plus some fighting. It's a little sprinkling mix of a lot of different 90s arcade genres. But people will fail in this game. They'll fall off of the rooftops, because it's Power Rangers, they have to be on the rooftops. And they'll cackle, and they'll laugh, and they'll point at each other, and seeing that sort of like togetherness, and I'm having fun even when I'm losing, you know. Are you winning, son? Everybody's winning here at Power Rangers today, and that feels great.
Tell me something about, there's a special mode in this game where you can actually get inside of a Megazord. What is that like?
Yes, so one of the things that gamers have never really been able to do is be in first-person cockpit mode in the Megazord. Everybody wants to be in a 30-foot-high giant mech, right?
Always.
So for some of the bosses, you will chase them through the town once Rita Repulsa makes them grow, and so you and all of your co-players will actually be in a one-on-one punch-out style version of a giant kaiju fight. So that's the first time that Power Rangers are ever going to be able to experience that, and we're stoked to see people try it.
Digital Eclipse is known for remasters and kind of bringing old games back, but also you guys put a seal of approval on these remastered projects where rewind features, save states. Digital Eclipse, you guys set that bar pretty much for all of your projects. How was that bringing it into this original IP?
This is, well, one of the sort of core tenets of Digital Eclipse, and our studio head Mike Micah always brings this up. We like to make games the way you remember them, not the way they necessarily actually were. We will always preserve history, that is important, but we will sweeten it because a lot of times your memory says, oh, this was better than I remember it. So if we can improve it with things like save states or rewind states or remastered graphics or whatever, we will do that. This was an opportunity to take that approach and start from scratch. This is an original game, this is a new story and something that we built from scratch, but we did it with, well, what would be like a sweetened version of an arcade game? So yeah, we're still trying to give you memories that, in this case, you never had, that are better than you remember the game actually being, but make you feel like, man, that was the greatest experience of my life when I was younger. So yeah, it's a weird vibe to hit, but we try.
And when can players expect to play Power Rangers Rita's Rewind?
2024.
I love the window.
There's only 4 months left, so it's not going to be too long a wait, but we're not ready. I would hate to announce the wrong date and then have something change. Disappointment is worse than anticipation, so it will be this year, digital for sure. We are considering a physical version, but we won't have any information on that this year.
Well, we're excited, and we know you're excited, so be sure to check out noisypixel.net for all our coverage on Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. What's up, nerds? PAX West 2024 Day 2 is at a close, but our energy is still at a 10, maybe a 12. No, well, this morning I was hungover, but we won't talk about that. This is now, and we are happy, healthy, and look at all these people around us. We are in nerd heaven. So please stick around for Day 3 content, which will be coming up soon. Noisy Pixel, After Hours! Woo! Noisy Pixel, After Hours! You want to go to the VIP part? Noisy Pixel After Hours. all these people. Huh?
Get over here, Michael.
What's up, nerds? PAX West 2024 is continuing with day 2, and Noisy Pixel has all the energy, but a little hungover. Still, well, roll it back, roll it back.
Noisy Pixel.